Here's some quick and easy ways that you can modify and expand an eighth note rock and roll rhythm. I'm just going to be using an E double stop, the open E and a B note below it, and I'm going to be working on this eighth note rhythm. Lots of songs written with that rhythm. So here's my first extension. I'm using my ring finger to start things off at the 4th fret of the A string. Now I'm going to add my pinky. Okay, I'm doing some right hand muting as well, just to keep this example nice and tight rhythmically. So now I'm going to add on the E string, I'm going to be playing a G and I'm going to a G sharp. So I'm climbing up. All right. Moving right along, I'm going to be doing some hammers and pulls. All right, so I'm doing a hammers and pulls there. From a B flat, an A to a B flat, a little trill to a G, hammering onto that G and then back to the E. While I'm doing that, I'm also going to do the same thing in A to a B. Essentially the same, I've just moved it up a fret, so I'm hammering on the open A to a G and then to the E. Continuing on with this eighth note straight time rock and roll rhythm. Alright, that's a little bit of a flurry of notes there. What I'm doing is doing some hammers and pulls. I'm only picking the first note, doing a little trill there. It's quite quick actually. You could also do that as a slide. That's a little bit of a challenging one. All right, moving right along. All right, so that one's reminiscent of Chuck Berry's Memphis. Also, Lonnie Mack did a great instrumental of that. And just playing along the A string, going from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret to the 2nd fret or E. You could probably sustain the notes too. That sounds good as well. And I guess you could slide into that. Actually, that sounds really good, sliding into it. So you can experiment with ways of doing this, but it sure adds a nice embellishment to this rhythm. So these next two examples use the high E and G string like this. So I'm up picking the open E, sliding along the G string from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret, and then hitting that open E again. Okay, so that's like a call and response. I'm playing on the top strings and then following it up with that 8th note rhythm on the bottom. Okay, and here's the next example. So again, I'm hitting that open E string, picking the 2nd fret of the G string, and then hammering on onto the 1st fret. Okay, so that's that call and response again with the eighth note rhythm on the bottom end. I hope you enjoyed these examples and got some ideas on how to expand on an eighth note rock and roll rhythm using some extensions and working in some call and response as well. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like, and remember that you can subscribe to the channel for more guitar lessons, blues, roots, and rock and roll.